Greetings, courtiers. Thank you for coming and supporting us. We are the Jesters Guild. If that wasn't painfully obvious, we went a little literal with it. But that's, I make no apologies for that. So, welcome. This space program is, it's two stories that were both written in-house by our members. And we are presenting them to you. There will be a 15-minute intermission in between them, so it'll be one, and then you can take a break, and then we'll do the other one. So the first one is about the moon, and I have a recitation that I like to kind of start us with. It's from Many Moons by James Thurber. It is a book about a princess who wants the moon, and the jester in the king's court can't figure out how to give it to her, so he gives her a fake one. But then she sees the real moon in the sky, and there's a problem. So it's a little appropriate. So it starts with the princess, and this is very paraphrased. The princess was lying awake in her bed, and she was staring out the window at the moon shining in the sky. Shining in her hand was the moon the court jester had got for her. And the court jester, seeing this, looked very sad. He had tears in his eyes, and he said, "Princess Lenore, tell me, how can the moon be shining in the sky when it is hanging from a golden chain around your neck?" And she just laughed and looked at him and said, "Well, that's easy, silly. When I lose a tooth, a new one grows back, doesn't it?" And he says, "That's right, of course. And when a unicorn loses his horn in the forest, a new one grows back in the middle of his forehead." "And that's right," she said. "And when the royal gardener cuts a rose, more flowers come back to take the rose's place." And he says, "Well, of course, I should have thought of that, for it's the same way with the sunrise." And she said, "And it is the same way with the moon. Maybe it's the same way with everything." And soon her voice became low and faded out, and the court jester saw she was asleep, so he gently tucked her in and went to leave. But before he left her room, he went over to the window, and he looked at the moon, and he winked at it, for it seemed to him that the moon had winked back. So we're here, we're the court jesters. We are giving you the moon. You can decide how real it is for yourselves. But here to tell you more about the first act and the first story is the writer and director of that story. So here you go.
Thank you. So we never went to the moon. I should clarify, we as in humanity definitely went to the moon. In 1969 we landed on the moon. We've been there several times since, but we have never been there.
Right. That's an important distinction.
But
This information is not.
there are actually people who believe that we as in humanity have never been to the moon. Some people think the moon landing was staged. Some people think it was actually staged by Stanley Kubrick, which is, of course, ridiculous. So that's what this play is about. And so I just want to say we want to share these stories with as many people as possible, and we are absolutely thrilled to share them with you. So since you are here, enjoy them. And there are a few ways you can help us share these stories with as many people as possible. We are running tomorrow, and we are running 3 days next weekend as well. So if you enjoy the show, you could post on social media, you could tell everybody you know that you liked it, you could come back. If you don't like the show, you could lie. No qualms about that. That's absolutely fine with us. So, we thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for being here tonight. Without further ado, Dave, take us into the space program.
All right, for the space program, we're all going to count down to lift off together. Yeah, from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift off!
Where you want this?
That'll be fine.
You sure? Right here in the center. It's
going to block the lander.
It's not going to be there the entire time. We're going to see you planting it in the ground. That's the whole point of the shot. You're arriving, the first man on the moon, you're planting the flag. It should probably be straighter than that.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't want to stay up, Stanley. This spike's pretty loose. Can we get this fixed?
Doesn't matter right now. We just need a place for Armstrong's hero shot. Hey, you.
Yes, Mr. Kubrick.
Where's Neil?
In his dressing room, I think.
He's needed on set.
I'll get it.
This morning's going to be operating the take is all.
We'll handle it with editing. Buzz, don't worry about it.
You say so.
Forget about the flag for a second. What do you think of the rocks?
Which rocks?
Any of the rocks.
What do you want to know about the rocks?
What do you think of them?
Like, do I like them?
What do you think of them? What are your thoughts? How do you think they look?
I think they look like rocks.
I don't think there are enough of them.
You want more rocks?
I want more rocks. Hey, you!
Yes, Mr. Kubrick.
I want more rocks.
I'll bring you some.
Also, where's Neil?
Still in his dressing room?
Well, he's needed on set.
I'll get it.
And rocks.
And rocks.
You think we need more rocks?
You don't think we do?
I don't know.
We need something. What else am I going to add? Tree? We're on the moon. The moon has rocks.
I guess so.
Are you going to fix that flag?
Look, it doesn't want to stay up.
Well, you're going to have to hold it.
I think it should be better if we see it stand on its own.
You're not going to be in the tape. It will look like it's standing on its own.
Wait, why don't I get to be in the tape?
Because this is our hero shot. The American flag flying gallantly in the wind behind Neil Armstrong, the first man to walk on the moon as he declares to the world, that's one small step. What the hell are you doing?
They told me you needed me on set.
In costume? You're not wearing the suit. Where's the suit?
Oh, are we ready for the suit? I didn't know we were ready for the suit.
You didn't know we were ready. What do you think we're doing here?
I don't know.
That's a rhetorical question.
Oh, so should I?
Put on the damn suit!
Yes, right. Be right back.
I promised I'd be working with professionals.
Excuse me, Stanley.
You can drop the flag for now, Aldrin.
No, it's not about that. That's what I was going to say.
What are you going to say?
This hero shot you're going to do, I don't think it's going to work.
What are you talking about?
Well, you said you want to see the flag flying in the wind behind you.
Yeah, what's your point?
Well, that's not going to work because
Of course it's going to work. You land on the moon, you plant the flag, you stand triumphantly in front of the camera while the American people watch in awe. You usher the nation into a new era. It's right out of the book, Screenwriting 101.
No, I mean, yes, I understand all of that, but that's not what I'm saying.
Crying out loud, what are you talking about?
The flag flying in the wind. It won't work. What? There's no wind on the moon.
What are you talking about? How do you know? You've never been there.
Because there's no air. There can't be any wind. There's no air in space.
I find it incredibly unlikely that anyone's going to notice.
What do you think, Mr. Kubrick?
What the hell's this?
More rocks? You asked for more rocks?
Oh, right. But what's happening here then? Is this all we have?
These are some options. I can pull more, but I wanted to know what kind of style you were looking for here.
So you have more of these?
We have a few more. Depends which look you want to go with.
Okay. Well, let me see here. Oh, what do you think?
What do I think?
Of the rocks. What do you think of the rocks?
They look like rocks.
I know they look like rocks, but we're on the moon here. Which one looks like moon rocks?
What are you asking me for? I'm not a geologist.
Come over here and have a look. It's not rocket science.
Stanley, they're rocks. I'm pretty sure any rocks are going to work.
Just look. I'm asking your opinion. Just look.
All right. Let's see. Well, A has a nice texture to it, and I mean these micro craters here, they make sense because there's no atmosphere on the moon. And B is a great example of calcium-rich plagioclase feldspar. And it's got a nice gray color, so I would really say either of these two, A or B.
Excellent. Thank you, Aldrin. Let's go with C. Do you have any more of the C rocks?
Yes, sir, Mr. Kubrick.
Tell Neil to get his ass out here pronto.
Oh yeah, fear not, Stanley.
I've arrived.
Here he is, Mr. Kubrick.
Yes, I see that. Thank you.
No problem.
All right, you idiot. Get over here. I want you in front of the flag.
Ah, yes, this is my hero shot, I take it.
Yes, this is your big moment. Just stand right over here in front of the flag. Buzz, get on the flag.
Right, yes, sir.
Excellent. Now, where is my light coming from? I want to make sure you get my best side of the shot.
Just stand right here, please.
And you're setting the camera up over here, yes?
It's all ready to go. All you have to do is stand right here.
Yes. Stand right here, strike Heroic pose, fists on hips, big shiny white smile. Camera zooms in, maybe a little twinkle in my eye. You know, I was thinking perhaps a slow pan from my feet up to my face as we zoom in. I mean, first man to walk on the moon and all that, you know? And hear me out. What do you think about a wink? Do you think a wink is too much?
Whatever you want. Let's just mark through this real quick, all right?
Absolutely. Here I am. Heroic pose, fists on hips, big smile.
Camera zooms in, and... Camera zooms in, and... Camera zooms in, and this is your cue here.
Oh, sorry, you want me to do the wink on the cue?
What? I don't care about any wink. This is your line.
I have a line.
Yes, you have a line. It's the big line.
A big line? Oh, right, yes, of course, the hero line. Gotcha.
Want to mark it again?
Please.
Okay. Heroic pose, fists on hips. Yep, thank you. Camera zooms in, and now your line.
All right. Here we are, old chaps. We've made it to the moon. What an astonishing feat.
Whoa, hey, what are you doing?
Well, we've arrived on the moon.
Yes, we all know that, but that's not the line.
I thought you wanted me to make a speech.
You have a line. It's already written. Did you read the script?
Not today's script.
Your line hasn't changed.
Hasn't, huh?
You know the line?
Well, just to clarify, which line would you like to know if I know?
If I'm not mistaken, that would be one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind. Mr. Armstrong.
Oh, hello. Didn't see you there.
That's Commander Armstrong, actually.
Ah, is it?
You have to excuse Neil. He insisted that everyone refer to him in character during filming. No actors.
That's all right. I'm glad to see everything is progressing smoothly. It is not my intention to interrupt.
Well, what brings you down to the set today?
Oh, just a few notes I wanted to go over that to expand on our discussion from earlier today. Just to let you know, the network has reserved the site at Cape Canaveral for July 16th. Do you think everything will be ready by then?
By the 16th. I was told the 20th.
No. Arrival on the moon on the 20th. The launch is the 16th. We estimated it should take about 4 days to get there, which is long enough to be believable, but not so long that people start to lose interest.
Okay, sure, but I wasn't given the treatment for a launch. It might set us back.
No. You misunderstand, Mr. Kubrick. The launch is intended to be a live stunt. In the event that people are close enough to the site, we want them to see something actually happening. Do you understand?
Yes.
The network simply wants to ensure that everything is ready and can be prepared in advance.
Well, that all seems a little rushed, don't you think?
What can I say? Kennedy really screwed us by promising we'd get to the moon at the end of the decade.
If I remember correctly, they're set to return on the 24th.
That is correct.
And in the meantime?
One of the points of business I wish to discuss with you, actually. So the crew will have to appear alongside Apollo 11 for the launch, and then they will be securely transported to the Ozarks for isolation while the mission airs on television, at which point you will be deposited on a film set to continue work on your next project.
Nobody's going to believe it took me that long to make a film.
Well, nobody knows how long it takes to make a movie. Just tell people that you had to start over from scratch because you insisted that every shot is just right. Now, there is a good chance that Nixon will want to meet the crew when they land, so we've begun to make arrangements for them to appear at the landing site as well. It is imperative that the crew know the whole story of the mission, like the back of their hand.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Oh, yeah. I think I have it down now. Are you ready to shoot this?
I've been ready to shoot this. I've been waiting on you. Do you mind?
Oh, no, not at all. Your deadline is pressing. We can continue this later.
Right, places, please.
Stanley, do you think
Places.
this
I said places. Forget off.
Do you want to leave this in a...
Boss, get on the flag.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Places. Lights. Camera rolling. And actually, Neil,
Yes, sir.
I'm going to need you to put on the helmet.
Absolutely, not a problem.
I mean now.
Oh, I will as soon as we're ready to go.
We're ready to go.
Well, we're shooting this hero shot first, I thought.
That is correct. I'm going to need you to put the helmet on for this shot.
Stanley, you can't see my face through the helmet.
That's not a problem.
Stanley. Sorry, excuse me, but if I could just trouble you for just a moment.
You can't kneel. We don't have a moment. Get to your place, please.
Yes, but are we absolutely certain about this helmet thing?
Yes, we're absolutely certain about the helmet.
I really want my face to appear in the shot.
Neil, you have to wear the helmet. You're on the moon. You have to wear the helmet.
I'll wear the helmet most of the time, but this is kind of my moment, isn't it?
On the helmet, Neil.
If I put on the helmet, you can't see my face.
If you don't put on the helmet, you can't breathe.
Why not?
Because I'm going to fucking strangle you.
There's no air on the moon. I want you to see my face.
There's no fucking air on the moon.
All right.
Good, fine. Lights. Camera rolling. Action. Okay, row pose. Your stupid fists on your stupid hips. Okay, looking good. Slow zoom in and...
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
And... Cut, we got it, good.
It's one small step for a man. A man. I'm pretty sure I said that.
It's fine, we got it. Moving on. Let's reset. Take 5, guys.
Hey, could you at least see my eyes through the glass?
Take 5, thanks.
Stanley, I want to talk to you about something.
Not right now, Aldrin. I need you an Armstrong suited up.
Yeah, but it's really important.
This is coming together beautifully.
It's getting there.
And you, Mr. Aldrin, the way you held that flag, very good, very, what's the word for it? Very demure.
Thanks. I'm not really in that shot. It's just the flag doesn't want to stand up on its own, you see, so I...
Yes, exactly. Very good job with that. Mr. Kubrick, I'm going to have a walk around in your storeroom, make sure everything's up to our specifications. Don't let me distract you any further from your schedule.
Yes, we wouldn't want the producers getting in the way of the production, would we?
Yes, exactly. Carry on then.
Hey, what's next? I mean, do we still need the suit? It takes a bit to get off, so if we're on a break, I'd like to know if I should get changed.
I need both you and Aldrin in suits. Did I not just say that? If you had taken the briefest of moments to glance at today's shot list, you know I'd planned to get the fight wrapped today.
Oh, fantastic! No, I'll get the faces.
Look, Stanley, I still need to talk to you about
What do you want, Aldrin? I need you in costume.
Yeah, but it's just...
Hey, you.
Yes, Mr. Kubrick.
Clear the set. Get ready for the fight.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, Stanley.
Are you still here, Buzz? Did I ask you to go get dressed?
You did.
Well, hurry up, please. We're on schedule to be out of here by 6.
I need to talk to you about something.
What is that?
Something's been bothering me.
Something? What's something? Are you sick? Can you hold it in until 6?
It's not that. I'm not sick. It's just, look, I heard you talking to the, the head person over there.
Oh, well, that's understandable, but people with the money are always insufferable. The trick is to just nod along while they're talking and go back to doing things your way once they leave.
No, listen, Stanley. I heard her say Nixon might want to be there when we land.
Oh, maybe she did. Like I said, I tend to just nod. But look, I'm sure you'll be briefed before then. You have plenty of time before that.
That's not it. I'm not worried about being brief. It's just, I don't know if I feel okay talking to the president.
Oh, well, I treat them pretty much the same as I treat the executives.
That's not what I mean.
I'm not making any sense, Aldrin. What are you talking about?
I mean, I don't think it's okay to lie to the president.
Lie to the president? You're worried about lying to Nixon, of all people?
It's not just Nixon. It's not just the president. It's this whole thing.
You agreed to be a part of the Apollo 11 crew. None of this is new information.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I understand all that. But I think it just didn't all sink in until now, you know? It's not just lying to the president. It's lying to everyone. It's lying to everyone in America. And I consider myself something of an American patriot.
Buzz, I hear you. I really do. But look at it this way. In 1961, Yuri Gagarin circled the Earth in just over an hour, traveling at 17,000 miles per hour. 1961, just about 8 years ago. And you know what? Wasn't even in America. They beat us there. The Soviets are trying to go to the moon. They have been trying to go to the moon just as long as we have, and I'll tell you what, Kennedy telling the world we would land on the moon first, well, that didn't slow them down. They beat us to space. And by all logic, if it is possible for man to walk on the moon, they'll beat us there too. In fact, the truth of the matter is, we might be decades behind the Soviets in rocketry, but we're years ahead in filmmaking. If we can't beat them to the moon, we can at least make it look like we did. America's the greatest country in the world, Buzz. Always has been, it always will be. It's important for the world to know that.
Yeah, but I don't want to lie to America.
Don't you get it, Buzz? You're not lying to America, you're lying for America. 8 years ago, Kennedy made a promise. He didn't waste time considering how much work it would entail. No, he made a promise. And now, it's up to us to deliver on that promise. What could be more American than that?
Where do you want the alien, Mr. Kubrick?
Listen, Stanley, I have an idea. Look, if it's so important that we get to the moon before the Soviets, why doesn't NASA send something else, like an unmanned vessel of some kind to the moon?
Unmanned vessel? What are you talking about?
I don't know, like a missile or something? I mean, surely we could build a rocket-propelled missile that could get to the moon, don't you think? I mean, if the Soviets can get a man into space...
You're talking about making a movie here, Buzz.
Tell me more about this missile idea of yours.
No, it's not really an idea. It's just, I was thinking, instead of pretending to send people to the moon, well maybe we could send an unmanned vessel.
A missile.
Sure, a missile. And maybe it was a tall order to get people all the way to the moon by the end of the decade. But if we could send a missile there, then technically we got there first, right?
I like the way you think, Mr. Aldrin. But why stop there? We could equip this missile with a nuclear warhead.
Pardon?
Yes, if we were to launch a sizable nuclear warhead at the surface of the moon, the explosion could be visible to Earth, visible to the Soviets. That would show them.
Yeah, no, I don't think it has to be a nuclear
No,
missile. Just an unmanned...
this is good. I like the way you think. Don't go anywhere. I have to make a phone call, but I want to hear more of your ideas.
I'm a bit concerned about what I might have just done there.
Whatever, we're wasting time. You're walking on the moon, Buzz. Go get suited up. We've got an alien to fight.
Sorry.
Who's ready for an alien smackdown?
Knock it off, Armstrong. We've got to hold for Aldrin to get in the costume.
He's not in his suit yet? Come on, everyone's waiting.
Right, frustrating, isn't it?
Listen, Sandy, you want to get this thing shot, right?
Oh, you're very astute.
Well, hey, Buzz can take a load off for a minute. Let's just get this thing shot. Me, alien, one and done.
Aldrin's in the fight.
Stanley. Hey, Stan, come on. You don't think Neil Armstrong can take an alien on by himself?
Aldrin's in the fight.
All right, if you want to wait around.
The choreography is both of you against the alien. You want to redo the choreography? You're going to waste more time. And I think you've wasted enough of my time today.
Stan, come on, it'll be nothing.
The alien gets you in the headlock. Aldrin gets it from behind. That's the plan. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, I thought about it. Listen, Aldrin saves me. No, don't you think it would make more sense for me to save Aldrin?
What?
I mean, I'm Neil Armstrong.
It's you and Aldrin doing the choreography as rehearsed against the alien.
No, look, I got it all figured out. Check it out. Alien, come on.
Yep, then Aldrin comes in and saves you.
No, look, I don't need him. All I do is just slip out of the headlock like this. Swing around. Boom! Fist to the jaw. Boom! Spin around. Fake left. Duck out of the way. Alien swings. I duck. Sidestep. Punch to the gut. Get behind. And double whammy fist to the back. Alien goes down. goes down.
Ah!
See? Easy peasy. Strike pose, fists on hips, big smile.
All right, interesting. We're not doing that. Holman, you want to go over your part?
Right, so we're back in the headlock.
At least let me say something like that. Aldrin, I've got him distracted. Finish him off.
No.
Hold on, gentlemen.
Aldrin, I've got him distracted. Finish him off.
Shut up, Neil.
This was another piece of business I wanted to discuss with you, Mr. Kubrick. Do you have a moment? Do you mind?
What's up?
We had a look at the dailies for the week, and we're going to have to cut the alien.
What?
We can't cut the end.
Whoa, hold on. Why?
The test audience didn't respond well to it.
What do you mean didn't respond well to it?
Dude, they thought it was too scary. Oh, is that it? They thought it was too scary? Tell them not to worry. I end up blasting its head clean off.
Shut up, Neil. What did they say?
Well, the problem is they felt very aware that they were watching a movie. And they didn't think the alien was believable. It sort of defeats the whole point of what we're doing here.
What's not believable about it?
Do they want it to be like more alien? I didn't want to go too big with it. But they probably wanted to be like way more alien. I can work on that. Let's run it again.
No, that's not it at all. In fact, according to the numbers, it appears that
Would appear what?
this is strictly coming from the research.
Oh, what is it?
It seems most people don't think there's aliens.
Oh, come
Are
on.
you kidding me? Yeah, what dumb research are you getting that from?
They don't think there's aliens.
They don't think there's aliens.
Of course there's aliens. It's fucking space.
First time on the moon and we find an alien monster, they don't think it's believable.
What? Are they here? I want to talk to them. Let me talk to
You
them.
can't talk to them.
Why not?
They've all been executed already.
Oh. Well, what am I supposed to do? The entire plot was building up to the aliens. They went all the way to the moon. Now what are they supposed to do?
They come back.
They come back?
They come back.
Oh, yeah, that's real exciting. Oh, one giant leap for a mankind. Well, we're done now. Guess we should head on home.
Bye, guys. I was gonna come try to eat you, but I guess there's no aliens on the moon.
Oh, hey, Neil, hey. Tomorrow, why don't we go to the bottom of the ocean and not discover the lost city of Atlantis?
Oh, yeah, sounds like a typically boring, uneventful plan to me, old chum.
Yeah, and I definitely won't try to eat you there either.
I'm glad this is also very amusing to all of you.
Wait, what if they come back and unbeknownst to the crew, the alien has stolen away on the ship, and now, there's an alien rampaging through town back on Earth?
No.
What's wrong with that?
Well, I mean, who's going to believe Commander Neil Armstrong wouldn't notice an alien stowed away on a ship?
It's a really sneaky alien.
Just, it sort of diminishes the heroism of being the first man on the moon if I end up just accidentally bringing an alien back to threaten humanity on Earth.
No, the alien is cut. There will be no alien.
So what's the climax of the story here?
Well, that's sort of the whole point. There isn't a climax. This is a momentous achievement. We need to seem like it is actually happening. Real life doesn't follow a 3-act structure. There's no big climaxes, no battles with aliens, no torrid romances with a moon princess.
And now wait just 1 minute. I'm Neil Armstrong, damn it. And if there's one thing Neil Armstrong does, it's torrid romances with moon princesses in distress.
No, we're cutting that too.
Listen, I know a thing or two about how this business works, and the hero of the story always gets his moon princess in distress.
If you really want something dramatic to happen, we could always say Commander Armstrong doesn't make it back.
Never mind.
Another thing, we got some comments on a few shots where it's a little hard to see what's happening. Are your lights set properly, or is there an issue with that?
The lights are working fine. We shut off half of them.
You shut off the lights.
Fit the scene better.
Right. Well, as the person who's authorized to approve your budget, I would suggest perhaps utilizing the rather expensive equipment with you have been provided.
I'll think about it.
Makes it kind of dark, is all.
That's by design. You know, we thought that most of the light would be coming from the sun, right? And so if you have multiple light sources, well, that's going to cast divergent shadows on the ground, and that would give away some of the camera trickery, and I just assumed you wouldn't want that.
Oh. Well, that makes sense to me. Very well. With that in mind, perhaps fewer lights is better.
Maybe. Now that you mention it, though, I'm getting the idea that we could probably find a use for more lights.
Well, not if they're unnecessary. Less is probably more.
Sure, but I'm seeing something now. Yes, most of our light comes from the sun, but we're dealing with reflective surfaces here.
Remember, believability is of the utmost importance, Mr. Kubrick.
Yeah, we'll see. Go get set for the first steps on the moon. We're going to have to reshoot that without the ominous shadow looming over the lander.
Excuse me, Mr. Kubrick.
What?
If we're cutting the alien, do you think there's any room for, like, another crew member?
Not really.
Even if I don't have any lines, maybe I could just sit in the background and fiddle with some buttons, you know?
We already have most of the interior shots, and it just doesn't take that many people to land on the moon. Sorry, kid.
Oh, man.
Oh.
I already told my mom to watch.
It's too bad. Just how it goes sometimes in this business.
Hold on. Did your alien just say that they told someone about this?
Did they? I wasn't listening.
This is very serious, Mr. Kubrick. Need I remind you of the extensive NDA which you signed along with every other member of the Apollo 11 project?
Tell your mom to watch you on TV? Come on. It's not a big deal.
It is a very big deal, Mr. Kubrick. It is a breach in national security. The non-disclosure affects not only the employee, but anyone remotely connected to the people that they may have had contact with as well.
I'll tell them not to do it again.
Don't think you're understanding the gravity of what I'm saying.
Yeah, national security breach, repercussions, don't tell mom to watch. I got it. Places for first steps, please.
I'm going to have to take care of this.
That's fine. Do what you have to. Neil, you're on the lander. Buzz, you're behind it.
Excuse me.
Me?
Yes, you. Would you come with me? There's a few things we need to discuss.
Oh, yeah, sure. Is this about my role in the film?
In a way, yes. So your mother, where does she live?
I don't know. Call the alien's mom or something. It doesn't matter.
Hey, you know, Stan, I just had a thought.
Why am I not surprised?
So, I'm on the lander, right? And we've just arrived. No one else has ever walked on the moon before.
Is that what we're doing here? Now it all makes sense.
No, listen. If I'm the first person to ever walk on the moon, who's holding the camera?
Are you serious?
I mean, just think about it. What did we do? Run out and set up a camera and then just stage the whole scene after that?
Nobody's gonna think that.
Well, then, look, I got an idea about this. Okay? What about if Buzz holds the camera and he can follow me out? Or maybe I can hold the camera and I can get a nice close look at my foot hitting the moon. Maybe some really triumphant music plays. Like, I saw this movie a while back, and there was this song that goes up.
I'm familiar.
I think that would be real exciting to see.
You have to work the equipment. You don't have time to be handling the camera. That's why we're doing a wide shot. We want to see you on the moon.
Okay, I have another idea about it. I think I could probably rig up something that we could attach to the outside of the landing, right? And that way, we have cameras all set up. Okay?
Neil, your job is to walk on the moon, put a damn flag in the ground, and be an American hero. That's it. You're not the prop guy. You're not the camera operator. You're an actor. Please, focus on acting. Can we get the lights set, please? Thank you. Places. Hold on. Can we get the stars out? Shouldn't there be stars?
Actually, I don't think we'd necessarily be able to see any stars.
Buzz, we're in space. What's the first thing you think of when you think of space?
Aliens.
It's not a trick question. Stars. You think of stars. The first thing any ordinary person thinks about when you talk about space, stars.
Well, I don't know. I would have said Mars or something.
Oh, we should do Mars next. There are definitely aliens on Mars.
Oh, yeah, those are called Martians. Oh, right.
Oh, I fucking hate both of you. The point is that I want stars. Let's turn on the stars.
But you wouldn't be able to see the stars because the sun is too bright. Look, think about it this way. When you go outside in the daytime, you can't see any stars. They're still there, but you can't see them because the sun is too bright. It's the same thing.
You're really annoying. You know that?
I've been told.
Let's just shoot it at night. Then we can have as many stars as we want.
No, actually, that wouldn't work either.
Oh,
because-
you're not going to tell me there's no night on the moon.
Well, no, there is, but anyway, night on the moon, so that it takes 28 days to rotate all the way around. That's why the moon has phases.
Wait, so when the moon is full?
Well, that's when it's daytime on the side of the moon facing the Earth.
Oh, shut up, Buzz. Nobody cares. Let's go to places already. Lights, please. Camera rolling. And 3, 2.
Hold on, something's missing.
What now?
Is this all that you're doing for the atmosphere? Didn't we install a backdrop with stars on it for you?
We're not using the stars.
What do you mean? I definitely remember allocating a great deal of your budget to an elaborate starry sky.
Wouldn't be able to see the fucking stars because the sun's too bright, so we're not using the stars, okay?
Oh, okay, then I'm glad to see you've done some research into the matter.
I know how to do my job, thank you! Lights, please! Camera rolling. Now listen, Neil, remember, you are not in a studio. You're on the ladder of a spaceship, about to become the first human being to ever set foot on an extraterrestrial surface. You are, in this moment, only a man taking one small step. The grandeur of the cold, unfeeling surface sprawled out before you reminds you of your place in the world. It's calm, beautiful, and all at once, the most terrifying thing you've ever seen. And cut! We got it.
I felt really good about that take, Stan.
You should. Excellent work today, gentlemen. That's a wrap.
Congratulations, gentlemen. By the end of July, you will officially be national heroes. And you, Mr. Kubrick, we couldn't have done this without you.
That is correct.
All right, now, if you'll follow me, we'll debrief you and go over your live appearances.
Hey, Stan. I just want to say this has been a real honor. I'd be happy to work with you anytime, just give me a call.
I'm sure you would. Take care.
Hey, are we certain we don't want to revisit the Moon Princess? I really feel like we left a lot of good material in the cutting room floor.
Well, that's it, Aldrin. You're a certified American hero.
It's hard to believe we went to the moon, Stanley.
Sure is.
What do you suppose people will say when they see this?
Honestly, Buzz, I'd be surprised if anyone even watches.
Well, I suppose you're right.
Well, take care, Aldrin. See you when you get back.
Yeah. Yeah. Take care, Stanley.
I've got a ticket for the moon. I'm leaving
The writer and director of that.
Everything you're about to see is my fault. I'm sorry. I'm gonna level with you. I screwed this up. I think I really that first act, that was satire.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like an expert,
But like
I would say
that wasn't based on a real thing that happened. Like that's the whole.
that
point
would
of-
be a satire, yes.
Okay, right. So all of my act is based on fact. This is all pretty much direct transcripts from the Carter administration, if I'm going to be honest with you. They released those recently. A lot of this is just going to be lifted historical record. I also didn't write a director's note, so if you will all just bear with me for a moment, I did write a short, I think it's called a manifesto, that I would like to share with all of you. It's upside down. It's actually much shorter than it looks. Why worry about the moon when we've got enough problems down here on Earth? Yeah. When was American suspicion born? Ooh. What was the birthday? I did write oohs. What was the birth date of our mistrust and what the government tells us? Was conspiracy's baby cradle made from the wood of George Washington's teeth?
Click, 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 click. Teeth
Yeah, there
noises.
we go. It's not that interactive. Was Paul Revere's famous ride called a false flag operation? Ooh. Was Benjamin Franklin ever accused of being a lizard person from the center of the earth?
Yes.
No. Says no on here. No, I believe our modern conspiracies were all born in 1947 at a crater in the middle of the New Mexican desert. I'm starting to see it. An innocent and easily explained scientific mistake set off a sequence of events that led us all to right here, trying desperately to beat the Taylor Swift traffic when this is over. But ask yourselves, all right? Why worry about what comes from space when we've always been on Earth? No, I don't know about the rest of you, but
It's the title of the next
it's the
one.
title of the next one. Why worry about what comes from space when we've always been on Earth? Title drop. Thank you.
Alert. Alert. You have been involved in a crash. Alert. 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 You have been involved in a crash. Alert.
Computer! What just happened?
Alert. Alert. You have been involved in a crash. I do not know how I can be any more clear about this. Alert.
A crash? But how can that be? Our flight permits and travel logs were updated down to the last yectometer.
Well, that's good. That means the fault will be on someone else's insurance. I can't handle any more points on my space license. Now, where's the other starcraft that hit us?
Alert. Alert. There was no other starcraft involved in the crash. Alert.
No other starcraft involved? Illogical. There must have been another starcraft involved because there's nothing advanced enough on this primitive rock to shoot us down.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's unless Pip disabled the... Pip! Pip! Pip, are you all right? Answer me, damn it!
Oh, wow! Let's do that again!
Alert. Alert. We cannot do that again.
Hey, computer! Have Captain Bildar and Lieutenant Zolak woken up yet? I'm still so dizzy.
Alert. Alert. Captain Bildar and Lieutenant Zolak are right beside you. Alert.
Captain, Pip appears to be in a state of shock and should be informed of our situation very gently. I would suggest approaching him with caution.
Well, of course, Sodak. I will ease Pip out of his confusion using techniques that I learned in the Martian military.
Alert. Open Pip's heartbeats are dangerously high. Alert.
Captain, let Pip go. Remember what your space therapist said.
Fine. I'm sorry. That was very leadership material of me. In the future, I will remember to control my anger and not take it out on those I am in charge of. Now, Pip, you were at the helm. So if you can remember anything that may have led to the crash of a very expensive and very experimental starcraft, I promise I'll be, understanding and, not resort to another sudden act of violence.
Thanks, Captain. I appreciate it. Well, I remember Zoldak showing me the flight rules.
That is correct. I did instruct you on the new Starcraft's flight mechanics.
And I remember, Captain Bildar showing me how to raise and lower the defense shields.
Oh, that's right. You lower the defense shields for interstellar travel, and you raise the shields to keep us safe on alien planets. What else do you remember, Pip?
Well, I remember... turning off our defense shields so I could fly faster.
You remember turning off our defense shields so you can fly faster? Yeah.
I do not remember that being requested.
I did that myself. Seeing as my daddy is paying for all this, I didn't think I needed to ask if I was allowed to.
So, you turned off our defenses without asking, on Earth, a hostile alien planet with a history of shooting at our starcraft?
Well, yeah, but I wanted to fly really fast, and the shields make us slower, you know? It's my first time being a pilot outside the simulation, and my dad is paying for all this, so I wanted to go vroom, vroom! I should also tell you, I muted the computer alerts so they wouldn't be so loud.
If the system was muted, that means we can play back any alerts the computer wasn't able to give to us. Computer, are there any missed messages?
You have one new message.
Alert. Alert. There is an inbound hostile missile launched onto your starcraft. Take evasive maneuvers or prepare for an incredibly avoidable crash. Alert.
What do you mean like that for? Did I do something wrong? I'll kill you all!
Captain! I know you're upset with his conduct, but his father is the one who's financing this expedition.
The expedition to where? The scene of this crash? Is it within our budget to be eaten by the local wildlife? Oh, I know. When I'm being dissected in a dirty medical bunker somewhere, maybe I'll ask Pip's father if I can apply for hazard pay. I don't give two shits in a fuck who's killing me, telling me to be dead on the stupid planet because his idiot son lured our defenses so he could fly a little bit faster.
Cheer up, dude! The good news is I must have flown so fast that whatever shot us down hasn't found us yet.
Hello! Is there anyone there?
Captain, a native life form is approaching.
I think I hear a voice. Y'all hurt or in pain?
We need to determine whether that life form is a friend or foe.
Hey, dude, are you friends or foes? Something bad happened in my room.
All right. Let me get up over this little crater ridge here and see I can help you out.
Alert. Alert. Computer will now shut down in the presence of forms. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
No, we'll never get back to Mars. I didn't even send out a distress call.
You know, I can't help but feel like this is kind of my fault.
Captain! Focus on the real problem. We have an approaching alien life form who may wish to do us harm. We are stranded on a planet that has barely split the atom. And we are unarmed. How do we handle this?
I'm sorry. I lost my temper again. I blame Pip.
Totally get it, sir.
Now, as your captain, I think we need to do everything in our power to make sure this life form doesn't see us.
Stop right there!
Oh, that ought to do it.
Who said that?
Never you mind who said that. What are you doing here?
I thought I heard some sort of crashing sound and I followed the smoke. Didn't think I'd find anyone in that there crater. Are all y'all all right?
There is nobody by the name of all y'all, but I can assure you we are perfectly fine.
My name's Pip.
You must be mistaken, traveler. There has been no crash and we are fine.
Well, if any of y'all are fine, what's with the smoke? Got a campfire going? Because you can't camp here on this land without permission.
Well, how do you know we do not have the required permission to camp here?
Because it's my land.
Oh, damn it, he's got us there.
Captain, in my experience, we'll gain more control of the situation if we entice the lower life form with a gift.
We can't give him anything. All our stuff's all blown up.
No thanks to you.
You can thank me if you want to.
Sounds like a lot of whispering and movement down in there. Y'all better not be illegals down there.
Well, we're definitely not aliens if that's what you mean.
Well, good. We don't take kindly to aliens round these here parts. Now, I don't care if you crossed the border or dug a tunnel up from China. I want you off my land.
Sir, I think we got off on the wrong foot. May I ask what your name is?
The name's Mac Brazel.
It is excellent to meet you, Mac Brazel.
Just call me Mac. No need to be all formal like.
Mac. Yes, that is acceptable. Mac. My name is, Mr. Silver. Me and my fellow misters have got ourselves into a bit of a problem which you may be able to assist with. You see, we've had a little bit of an accident and are in need of medical assistance. No need for a doctor or an ambulance. We are trying to fly under the radar, as they say.
Ooh, flying under the radar, that's great.
Is this some sort of secret hush-hush kind of situation?
This is exactly some sort of secret hush-hush situation. But allow me to offer this in exchange. If you help us by providing medical supplies, such as bandages, a mild salve, we'll clue you into the nature of our camping.
Fair, I guess. I got some stuff back in the truck if you give me a few minutes.
We do not know what form of a currency a few minutes is, but I can assure you we have none. We rely entirely on your charity.
Oh, I get it. Time is money. That's a pretty good one. I'll be right back in 2 shakes of a bull's ass.
How's a bull's ass going to help us?
Oh, quite a deal. Good work, Zolak. Now that the Earthman is gone, we need to come up with a plan to get off this rock. So,
Hey, if I may, I think we should agree on what we're going to tell Mac Brazel when he returns. Logic dictates that he will return sooner than it will take to either signal our planet or repair the starcraft.
Oh, I don't think there's enough of the StarCraft left to repair.
good one, Zodak. Now, we need to come up with a cover story and stick to it. Now, as Pip has fortunately pointed out, the ship is damaged beyond all recognition. So, when the Earthman returns, what do we tell him when he sees the wreckage?
Well, as long as we can convince him that this was nothing out of the ordinary, come tomorrow, he will forget everything about this encounter. With your permission, I would like to suggest that we say this was a simple scientific experiment that lost its way.
Oh, I like it. What kind of sciencey stuff can we blame this on?
Well, any creature with a basic understanding of its surroundings is familiar with its atmosphere, so I think our safest deception is to say that this was a device that was taking measurements of the weather.
Oh, that's really smart.
Thank you, Pip. That's because I am really smart.
Okay, so it's agreed. When the idiot Earthman returns, we tell him that this was a weather
Balloon!
What?
A balloon! I used to see them outside our StarCraft windows when we visit Earth on field trips. We never land on the ground, but there were always balloons in the sky. Earth is lousy with them.
Fine. When the Earthman returns, we tell him this was a weather balloon. Yeah. Okay. Is that okay with you, Rich Kid?
Yeah.
Lieutenant Zodak?
That sounds logical to me.
All right, it's settled. Now on to getting home.
Let's see here. I got you some gauze and some medical tape and band-aids and such, but if this ain't anything too serious, I can take you to the town hospital in my pickup.
Thank you, Mac Brazel. We are glad to have the supplies. Simply send them into the crater without stepping or looking over the ridge.
Alrighty, but I better be getting something out of this.
And not to worry, we promise an equal exchange.
Oh, I can do that. We don't need most of this junk anyway. Oh.
What in the Sam Hill is this?
Oh, weather balloon! It's a piece of a weather balloon!
This don't look like any sort of balloon I ever seen. Where's it come from?
Oh, damn it, we didn't think that through. No one tell him where we actually come from. China.
A Chinese weather balloon? What the hell's a Chinese weather balloon doing in American airspace?
We wondered that too. That's why we followed it and found the wreckage.
You want me to believe this piece of metal came from a Chinese weather balloon?
Yes.
I just shoot it down.
Carefully.
Nah, that don't make no sense to me. We're too close to that Air Force base for a Chinese weather balloon to get all the way out here.
Well, we're from the Air Force Base. We didn't know what it was until we shot it down and followed here.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes, it was an unidentified flying object until we shot it down identified it as a Chinese weather balloon, and that is all good, and that is all correct, and that is all there is to say about the situation.
Oh, that's weird. I guess you could say I'm holding a piece of a UFO. Holy! I'm holding a piece of a flying saucer, ain't I?
No, that's not what it is.
Stay right there! I'm going into town to call the Air Force. If they know you're out here, they'll come back to pick you up. But if they don't, well, they'll come pick you up anyway. But I don't think they'll be as nice about it. Bye!
Oh, wait, come back. There's no need to bring the Air Force into
I was just kidding! Here, take some other piece instead! Oh. You idiot! Why did you tell him we're from China? What the hell is a China anyway? Oh, the Earthman said China earlier, and I was like, hey, we could be from there, and I wanted him to think we were from Earth.
That sounds logical, but none of us knows anything about China.
Well, the Earthman said we could have dug ourselves up from there, remember? Maybe China is under the ground. Cover yourselves in dirt, and maybe that can be our disguise.
Might I suggest something to you that is more constructive than destructive?
Only if it's about how to construct a grave for him.
As the captain, I believe you have the clearance to turn our AI computer back on, which may help us get rescued. Your focus should be placed there, as opposed to harming one of our other surviving crew members.
Fine, Zodak, fine. I'd rather talk to a smoldering piece of scrap metal anyway. There. Hey!
This may come as a shock to you, but I do not think we can trust Bildar as our captain any longer.
What gave that away? The choking or the yelling?
As our financier adjacent, if you were to declare me the captain, I believe I not only would be the better person to be leading us in the time of crisis, but I also can ensure your safety.
Okay, so you're the captain now. There, I mean, the captain.
No, it is not so simple as that. The transfer of power must be due to the current captain's inability to fulfill his duties.
Well, I'd say he's been unable to fulfill his duties for a few cycles now.
I'm inclined to agree, but if we are to be rid of him, we must be rid of him.
Be rid of him?
Be rid of him.
So, what? Like ask him to retire?
No. Bildar is a career captain. He would never retire unless he were incapacitated in some way.
So, like if you were... What? But you can't kill him.
Well, certainly I cannot kill him. If either of us were to kill him, it would have to be you.
What? Why's it gotta be me?
Because if I were to kill him, I would be placed in a military tribunal. And I would be executed by being launched into the nearest star. But you are rich, so even if you were convicted, you would just get a wag of the finger and a hollow book deal out of it.
But I don't know if I can actually kill anyone.
Come now. I'm sure you can find a reason the captain doesn't deserve your mercy. Do you think he'd extend that same mercy to you?
You know, at some point, we're gonna have to take stock of our food situation and have a very honest but frank discussion of the benefits of cannibalism.
Do not think of it as killing your commanding officer. Think of it as defending yourself against someone who wants to hold you accountable. You know what you need to do.
United States Air Force relies on both our citizens on the ground as well as our airmen in the sky.
Oh, shucks, sir. You can just call me Mac. You don't have to be too formal like or nothing.
Did you hear him say airmen? That could be us.
Hello? I'd like to speak to the inhabitants of the crater that Mr. Brazel's been conversing with. Is there someone within your group willing to speak plainly and openly?
Hail! And well met, new friend. Is there a way in which we can assist you?
Yes, you can assist me with the problem we both seem to have here. My name is Major Jesse Marcel of the United States Air Force, and I have been brought here by Mac Brazel, who tells me you claim to be in possession of a Chinese weather balloon.
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, Major Jesse Marcel of the United States Air Force, we are not entirely sure what we are in possession of.
Then perhaps I should take a look for myself. Mr. Brazel, Mac, gave me a piece of debris he tells me you gave him, and I've got to tell you, I've never seen anything like it. Real strange material. Strange enough to get me to drive out to the middle of the desert to check it out.
Really? I don't think it looks very strange for a weather balloon.
Ah, so there are two of you claiming it to be a weather balloon. Well, weather balloon or not, are you still claiming it to be from China?
Yes!
No!
Sounds like we got ourselves a bit of a disagreement in the ranks. But here's the bigger problem, Mr. Silver. It is Mr. Silver, right?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Silver. Mr. Brazel, Mac, spent the whole ride over here weaving me a tale about a man who refuses to be seen, who goes by the name of Mr. Silver, claims to have shot down a Chinese weather balloon over American airspace, and are here to collect the wreckage. Is that correct?
Possibly.
They also claim to be with the Air Force as well, sir.
That's right, you have told me that too. Now, I do not recall knowing of any person going by the name of Mr. Silver working from the local Air Force base, so I gave them a call. Turns out, they don't know of anyone in their employ by the name of Mr. Silver either, and being a military man, found it odd that a member of the Air Force would not use their ranking as introduction.
Oh, that is because I am clearly working on something that you do not have the clearance for.
Perhaps so. But then tell me why the base was willing to inform me that they shot down an unidentified flying object just this afternoon, but not tell me they worked with a Mr. Silver. Do I not have the clearance to learn your name?
Ha ha! I was right! This piece of metal here is from a flying saucer!
Well, that remains to be seen, Mac. That's why we use the words unidentified flying object.
That's fair.
My point being that somebody here is lying, and that somebody is either Mac Brazel, a couple of phantom people in a crater who have changed their story several times, or the United States Air Force. Guess who I'm most unwilling to believe?
One moment, please.
Now look, I'm not saying the two of you are doing a terrible job, but if you don't come up with a better plan right now, I am going to disintegrate both of you and the Earthmen.
Honestly, that might be the best plan.
Well, gentlemen, I'm waiting for your explanation.
One more moment, please, and I promise it'll be worth the pause in communication.
Well, then make it quick and make it good enough to not call in an airstrike.
Noted. I think our best choice is to put aside our differences and our frustrations and come together to make a stand. How many charges do you have left in that blaster?
There's 5 left.
Good. That's enough to take them both out, and ourselves if necessary. At this point, there is no hope of rescue, and we are on our own.
I just want to say that I am so sorry and embarrassed that I got us all killed.
And I'm sorry I choked you. I know how much you don't like that happening to you.
I don't think anyone likes that happening to them.
Well,
My suggestion is that we stand shoulder to shoulder with Bill Dar in the middle, and we face our destiny as a crew. What do you say, Captain?
well, I know I haven't been the best captain, but by God, you two are the best crew any captain could hope for. You know, by space God, let's do this.
Major Jesse Marcel of the United States Air Force, we apologize for the delay in communication, but thank you for your patience. We believe we have an answer for all of our secrecy.
All right, Mr. Silver, what do you have to say for yourself?
The truth is, Major, the truth is that we found the wreckage of a down-flying saucer and have been held hostage by a creature from another world.
What? What are you talking about?
It's true. He's right here. Watch out. Got a gun.
My God, he's hideous!
Not as hideous as your vaporized corpse is about to be. Hey, we're both military guys, right? So let's just take a step back and
Get it!
United States Air Force thanks you for bringing this to our attention. We will reward you with a fruitcake or a pack of cigars or something. Let's just keep this between ourselves and let the government sort it out.
I won't tell a soul. Well, can I tell my wife?
And what if she tells someone else?
I don't know. Put her in jail? I don't care. That's her business.
That was amazing. How did you know his blaster wasn't going to fire?
That idiot fool left the safety on. I noticed it when he showed me how many charges he had left.
Oh, cool.
Now that he's out of the way, we still do not have a StarCraft, but at least we have a blaster with 5 shots left in it.
Whoa!
Make that 4 shots left.
I'm sorry, Lieutenant Zoldak.
It's quite all right, Pip, but please, refer to me as Captain from now on.
Sure thing, Captain Zoldak.
Yes. Yes. That'll do nicely. My first action as captain is to announce that I have a plan.
Oh, yeah, what do we do now?
Well, first we leave this crash site behind and head into town. We're obviously not going to be rescued anymore, so we need to blend in with the locals.
Gee, Captain, how are we going to do that?
By stealing clothes.
Ew. Why do we need to do that?
Because if we do not do that, then some of the locals are going to notice that we're naked.
Oh, yeah.